What's up YouTube? Capital G here. Got a couple of quick duels for you guys to check out, including the Murphy archetype. Obviously, my god, I just can't get over how cute these damn cards are. It reminds me of Frederick's Doodle archetype from Yu-Gi-Oh! Art V, if you guys have ever seen the anime. But obviously, Murphy are from Rise of the Duelist, new archetype that, from what I've seen, it's gonna have to be a grindy archetype if it's going to be successful. Don't get me wrong, there are some very powerful normal summons in the deck. A lot of them are out of archetype. You guys will see you can see the Rescue Cat in the opening hand. Rescue Cat, even after the errata, is still a very crazy card. It's nothing like it was during the GX and 5Ds days, but it's still very powerful. You can even run Rescue Rabbit if you want to run Rescue Rabby, and that's still a very powerful card that gets you a +1. But you guys will see a little bit of the grinding. Now, I will admit, his Shadow invoked opponent is probably like not the most competent player. I mean, don't get me wrong, he makes a very strong turn one field, but it's gonna go like downhill from here. Usually a field like this would beat a lot of kind of combo players if they're playing like dinosaurs, or if they're playing decks like Spiral, Pendulums, because you can only special summon once, you only get like one monster effect, you only get to attack once. Even if you would somehow try to threaten these two fusion monsters, they could just use the Almirage. So this is a good turn one field. I just don't think he navigates it all that well. Anyways, Murphy player is going to set the Cerberus, and then he's also going to special summon the Kathy from hand. That is his one special summon and or monster effect for the turn. And if this card is attacked, he can just bounce it to his hand and search a free card, which is exactly what he's going to do. Not sure why he used Almirage. That was silly to me, but whatever. The Cerberus is not going to die, and since he did search a tuner, he's actually going to be able to summon a Synchro monster to hard counter this field. That Synchro monster is going to be an old school card. Well, it's not that old school, but he's just going to go for Armades. Armades can just smack around the window. Window won't be able to activate the effect. He can do the same thing in the next turn to the Invoke Caliga, and he can still put the Cathay on board for freezies. So he is going to go for his Super Poly play, which is fine. Maybe not the most economical play. Actually, it probably wasn't fine. And I don't think it was really that good of a play. He's going to try to attack with the Invoke monster. His opponent will try to just simply use Cathay, but he is going to banish it so that Cathay doesn't get a search. And I guess that's okay as well. But now, look at all the advantage. Now he can just go on the Rescue Cat. He can start going for things like Naturia Beast. And against a deck like Shadow Invoke, that's probably just going to win you the game. He also can start summoning all those other Murphy monsters in his hand because there's no longer a window or a Caliga restricting his special summon. So this will set up, if he lives through next turn, for maybe like you know, the Murphy XC monster or something like that. Anyways, his opponent top decks a copy of Magical Meltdown. He knows that that's not going to resolve because he would simply negate it with the Naturia Beast, and he's going to scoop it up. The El Shadow Fusion obviously not going to save him. So with the deck, with the Murphy archetype, like, I think that it's going to have to grind. I do believe that you'll have to play a lot of beast monsters out of archetype unless there are more Murphy monsters that have not been revealed yet. But usually when Konami reveals an archetype, they tend to reveal all the cards in that set at one time. I mean, I have no doubt that Murphy will get more support probably after Return of the Duelist, Rise of the Duelist, but we just don't know about that support as of yet. Anyway, second duel, Blackwing's taking on Super Quantums in a Synchro versus XC showdown. I like it. By the way, I mean, this is as solemn as it gets, guys. You got double Solemn Judgment and a Solemn Warning, so he's basically looking to negate everything that this guy tries to do. And usually when you open up with like 3 Solemns, it can be a blessing and a curse, because if you use your Solemns as he's going to, as quickly as this, like, you put yourself at 1500 life points really quickly, and that can be dangerous territory. But luckily, he did top deck that Shura. If nothing else, he can go beat down phase. His opponent does have the infinite impermanence, but it's looking okay because his opponent's going to attack him. He's just going to use Kalut. He's going to summon a monster for free, and you know, maybe he'll go into a Link monster or something like that. Nope, just going to go straight into beat down phase again and continue attacking. I think he's going to go for Raid Raptor Wise Tricks as he leaves his opponent with a mere 100 life points, but that will probably be met with the impermanence. We knew that he had that. It's fine because the Samorg Link monster is just it's insane. If you run Beast Warriors, or excuse me, if you run Wing Beast Monsters, you need to run this card because it's a bailout card. He can just summon the Apex Avian from his deck for free and get free negation. Who doesn't like that? And then when his opponent tries to activate something, he can negate the effect. He's going to negate the Danger Nessie. He did have the Monster Reborn, but I don't think he has anything big enough. See, it'd be one thing if the Apex Avian went to the graveyard, but of course, it goes back to the hand. So I think as we scour through these graveyards, we're not going to find a monster that's bigger than the Simorgh Bird of Kings. I mean, I guess you could argue he could have went for like Danger Nessie and just put it in defense mode and just kind of chilled with it and maybe hope his opponent couldn't get over it. That actually, now that I look at it, that would have been a much better play than summoning this. What are you doing? If you're not even going to try to make any aggressive plays, why not summon it in defense mode? But honestly, I think he was going to lose regardless because he would have been able to activate the Simorgh during the end phase, and he probably would have been able to. I feel like he could have maybe even got the Apex Avian back on board during his next turn. Who knows? But he takes the L regardless. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the duels. If you did, give the video a thumbs up. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already, and turn on that notification bell for daily videos.